my dog jumped off just as we clapped in.
Perfect timing.
All right. Hello,
So long,
dear listeners,
dog.
and welcome to 3, 2, 1. Minions
Minions
and
Mascots.
Marshmallows.
I literally took a bite of my cookie as soon as you started that bit.
I wish I had a cookie.
Yeah, cookies would be great. All you have is muffins.
Oh boy.
I wish I had some muffins. Only in my heart and mind.
So before we get started on the whole muffins, it has occurred to me that we've not really done any end of session reward stuff, which is
we get goodies?
you do get goodies. Yeah, in this system, which of course is Babes in the Woods 2nd edition. At the end of every session, there's kind of a giving away of experience points, which can be then turned into wishes or skills. And so, looking at it here, it's honestly really, really generous. More generous than I kind of want to be as your DM.
More generous than I am, he says.
No.
So I'll just read aloud. At the end of a session of play, talk with your group about your favorite parts of the story told and share any hopes or expectations for what might happen in future sessions.
It's confidential.
It's confidential. Well, we've done a lot of that behind the scenes, but just, I guess, quick roundabout, highlight and what you'd like to see next, starting with Dylan.
Oh, man. Highlight. Is this of my person specifically or just of what we've done?
This is of this season, so
I know I'm talking about for like my character or like the group as a whole.
it can be anything about this season. I won't limit it to your character.
Okay. My highlight was 100% completely turning your character of the lovely boat crafter around.
Yes.
I worked a long time trying to get the voice of Conan O'Brien doing a 20s voice, and I was like, this is gonna be a major character. I'm so excited, and you guys just ran away.
And then we made him a creep.
So thanks for that.
You're welcome. That was my highlight. And then for
Very good.
looking forward, I look forward to our characters bonding more and kind of like helping each other through these tight spots, which we got a taste of in this last episode with the freezer and everything. So that was fun. But I'm sure we'll have more and more of that as we go.
Cameron.
My highlight so far has definitely been Donathan. Is easily one of my favorite bits in the whole show so far. Your impression was spot on.
Truly.
Oh, thank you.
As far as things I'm looking forward to finding out more about the Maywood.
And Rebecca.
Let's see. Just to keep in the theme of our favorite parts being NPCs, I really love Smoking Mom and Rowing Boy.
Yes.
Though Rowing Boy is a man, I listened and it says, like you said, he had a mustache.
Yeah.
So he is a young man boy.
He's definitely a man who shouldn't be living at home still, but he definitely still is.
He definitely
Yeah,
is.
we got a Norman Bates situation going on.
It for sure is.
Or a Principal Skinner.
Yes.
And then what are you looking forward to, Rebecca?
Pre the canon swap of him not actually being Principal Skinner.
I am looking forward to finding out more about the Maywood. I'm looking forward to seeing our little folks keep bonding like they did in the last episode.
Yeah.
I got to think of something original though.
Nah.
I'm looking forward to me personally, definitely not Muffin. I'm looking forward to seeing maybe some more spooky things with the rot. I don't know what she is or what she's gonna do.
Yeah, I am very intrigued on that front.
Like what, or it, or he, or whatever the heck the rot is. A hive.
The rot
mind of
is the
bugs?
rot.
I don't know. You have to
Can
find
you
out.
smell what the rot is cooking?
Oh, you're fired.
I think for me, I love how there's a weird amount of heart baked into the game, into the system, that is really endearing. And I like the kind of ambiance it generates. Like, I've always loved summers growing up, and so we have kind of this cool summery fun game with a little bit of weight and a lot of heart to it. And I'm just, again, it's inspired by things like Over the Garden Wall and Alice in Wonderland and Wizard of Oz. And those always have a really cool, just a heart to them. And so I'm kind of, I'm curious to see the heart of
and mysticism.
exactly of where this is going. All right, well that is our end of session conversation that we're doing.
When two of your moves are take a gander and talk it out, you know it's going to have heart built in.
Oh, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So on top of having just nice conversation at the end of the session that we're doing at the beginning of a session,
Yeah, we're really screwing this up.
I'm going to ask you guys some questions, and every time you're able to answer yes about your character, you gain 1 experience point.
Oh shoot!
Ooh.
Yeah, and so I'll just do. Okay, everyone roll a d20, and whoever rolls highest is who we'll start with.
D20, the one
Roger
die
that.
I didn't set
That'd be a
out.
7.
13.
I'm desperately digging in my giant bag for a D20. Here we
Like,
go.
Surely there's one.
Somewhere in this D&D dice bag. Hup. 6.
6. Okay,
Wow.
so Cameron, my question for you is, since we've started playing, did your character help someone when they were in need?
He went and found us that fish.
Yeah.
At the very
Oh,
beginning, he towed
yeah.
along Esther and
Yeah,
Jake.
I towed
He's helped
Esther
since
and
the start.
Jake to the shore at the very beginning.
That's fair. Gain an experience point.
Yay!
Dylan, aka
Yo.
Jake in the Box, did something you did make another person laugh out loud?
Ooh.
These are the questions from the book. I'm not making these up.
Yeah.
You made Esther laugh by wiggling all around.
Aw.
Yeah. That's just like the standard, though. I'm trying to think of any Esther always laughs at me.
Yeah, it was more of a
gonna
goo
have
goo gaga experience.
Yeah. No, I don't think so. No,
Oh, well.
not directly from that. Like me as the podcaster, Dylan, yes, but Jake as the Jake, no.
Well, that's what I was more thinking of is, I guess it's, you're right, because the question is for your kid. I was going to say,
yeah, for your character, yeah. Jake has not.
Jake
But
has.
I already have 3 experience, so that's okay.
All right. Well, then next up is Rebecca. Rebecca, did you reveal a secret of your own, or keep a secret of someone else's?
Let's see. A secret of her own. I feel like she doesn't really have many secrets. Like,
Yeah, Muffin's is an open book.
from the get-go, she was like, I was born from a bush, and da-da-da-da-da. Has she kept anyone's secrets? I don't feel like anyone else has given her a secret.
I mean, you've kind of kept like Esther a secret from like dangerous people.
Who have been the dangerous people so far that she's had to keep her a secret from? Like, she's protected
More in the
people,
abstract, yeah.
but she hasn't really kept any secrets. So I guess no.
All right. Back to our good boy Puddles. Did you come face to face with the Rot or one of its agents?
Oh snap!
I don't know if I would say that I came face to face. I warned folks away from it.
Yeah, I would say that's accurate. So no XP for you.
Half an XP.
And then finally, Dylan, did you have a good time?
Oh, I always had a good time. That was
Aw.
about our characters.
That's the question. It says, did
Oh,
your
wow.
character have a good time?
Well, in that case,
Actually-
yes, Jake is having a great time.
Answer for your kid and gain 1 experience for each yes. So did Jake have a good time?
Jake is having the grandest of times.
Oh, good. Well,
So I get 1 XP.
you get
Thank
1
you.
XP. All right. Wow, that was fewer XP than I thought.
Ask better questions.
Those
Do
are
I
the
get
questions.
a second question?
If you guys had a good time, you can add an XP. That's fine.
Yay! I have enough to improve one of my stats.
Oh, shoot.
All right, do it. What are you improving?
Let's
How
see,
much
what
XP
makes
have
the
you
most
gotten?
sense? 6 now. Ha 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 ha.
Well, remember, experience also comes from failing.
I got to fail more.
Yeah.
That's right.
You just succeed too much.
I feel like
That's what I've always
with
been
these
told.
new friends, I feel like Muffin has been around the woods a lot, been around the Maywood, but hasn't really stuck around anyone for a while. And now she's sticking with this group, And I think she's getting a little bit more emotional intelligence. So I'll give her a plus, or I could give her a +1 to mush, but she's also been running around knocking Jake in the boxes against locks, so maybe I should bump up her steam. What do you guys think? Mush or steam? What makes more sense to you?
Steam. Isn't that always the question?
Well, we don't have anybody with plus steam.
Yeah, someone needs steam. And if it's
I could go to neutral
anybody,
steam.
it's you.
Oh, well, then just go to mush.
All right. +1 to mush, +1 to
+1
noodle,
mush.
and -1 to steam.
So were you
Nice.
at 0? Oh, wait. So you're improving your steam.
Mush.
Mush, I'm sorry. What was your mush at before?
0.
Okay, perfect. Just making sure. All right.
Yeah.
Does anyone else want
Are
to
you
spend
cheating?
any of their experience?
Nah, I've got 4, and I don't really need any of my other special moves right now. Well, special move actually does seem pretty good now that I'm looking at them.
I only have 2.
I'm going to, I am going to do this. You know what? I am going to unlock my special move called Come Apart at the Seams,
Ooh.
which lets me potentially be a special item, at least part of me.
Ooh. And then we can
wild.
put you back together?
Maybe. Depending on how I
Ideally-
roll.
If you come apart at the seams, do it before we get Mr. Bop-It to fix you,
Oh,
so
shoot,
we don't
yeah.
have to come back.
That's very true. Yeah, apparently, so if I roll a 10, it's plus steam. Maybe I don't want to do that, actually.
Ooh.
Nah, actually, I'm going to hold off. Now that I'm looking at this plus steam, I'm going to hold off. I'm gonna wait to get a stat bonus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does anyone have 0 wishes?
Me.
Yes. Me.
All right. If you have 0 wishes, you may add 1 wish.
Aw,
I have 1 wish still.
Then that's all you
if I
get.
had one
Oh,
wish.
no.
The mighty wish fairy in the sky is really just the old woman with a cigarette.
Keep rowing.
Keep rowing.
Keep wishing. All right. Well, that being said, again, that's normally for the end of sessions, but because this is a podcast, we like to kind of end on a mysterious note, and we figured that this might be a little bit better, just because it kind of gets our mindset back in the game. And with that being said, cut to actually, the camera descends from a. I was getting there. Well, the camera descends from a bright blue sky onto the small town of Mayfield, and it descends onto one of the main streets of the town where you see this kind of old and kind of well-tended but nonetheless worn toy store, within the window of which we see an old man, haggard and white-haired with a white mustache, just sweeping the front floor, making sure it all stays nice for everybody. And then the camera peers around the corner into the kitchenette behind the front desk and sees several of our heroes, a small turtle in a Hawaiian shirt, a small Jake in the box, and then a small 8-year-old girl with bushy black hair who's currently kind of like putting toddler in a pink onesie on a counter, trying to make sure she doesn't fall over. And they're all kind of messing about in the kitchen, trying to devise some sort of sweet confectionery to feed the hardy townsfolk of Mayfield.
Someone's in the kitchen, someone's in the kitchen, I know who. Do you guys got any ideas? I got nothing.
We're gonna make some muffins.
Well,
I know
does
this
one make a
recipe
muffin?
by fart.
I don't think that's the saying.
I think it is.
It's
And so it's
been
a little
years since I've had a muffin. You kind of just see the guy kind of peering over. Muffin sounds real good right now.
Do you have any flour?
No.
Oh.
That's gonna make this pretty tough.
How about eggs?
I do have eggs.
Milk?
I do have milk.
You got wheat?
Sugar?
Oh, no.
Oh.
To the wheat or to the sugar?
I have wheat. Actually,
You can grind wheat into flour, if I remember correctly.
Oh.
Wow.
Well, that is convenient, considering I do have this nice toy grinder over here. And you just see like a doll-sized grinder.
I'll just sit here and crank out some flour for the next 3 hours.
My darling wife told me I'd never sell this thing, that it would never come in handy, but lo and behold, it would. However, although we may be able to get some flour, I cannot. I don't have any sugar. I'm afraid
Do muffins have to be sweet?
Do muffins have to be sweet? Does the sun have to shine? Does the river have to run? Do muffins have to be sweet? Yes, they do.
This is all getting a little philosophical for me.
Don't worry about it, buddy. I think we'll be okay. Even if there's no sugar, we can still make something sweet.
Yeah, we just have to put other sweet things inside.
Like berries.
Like berries. That's exactly what I was going to say. We can go find those in the woods nearby, or maybe in people's gardens. There's a lot of sweet things you might not think about putting in muffins, like zucchini.
That's,
Yeah, you just grate up the zucchini, and it's really sweet, and it doesn't even taste like green.
This sounds like a vegetarian hack.
That
Trust me, it's delicious.
Mr. Hank
But if
Bobbitt.
we found a beehive,
A beehive
Honey.
with honey.
That's what we need. We need honey. That's the one that's gonna save our muffins.
We should. Okay, let me make a list.
Back to the woods.
Muffin is gonna just throw things out of cupboards. There's just cling clang of pans and a cat meows until she finds a little notepad and pencil. And in big letters with a box next to it, she'll write honey, berries, and then very badly spelled, it's just a bunch of Z's and C's. She tries to put zucchini, but it's just I.
Now, before you all go off, Mr. Hank Bobbitt kind of leans down. There is a place to get honey. Yes, you can go find some beehives in the south of town, but there's also there's a place in town to get sugar.
But that requires money, and we don't have any of that.
Well, not
We don't
exactly.
have any money.
Well,
That's why we're doing this in the first place, if I remember correctly.
it does not require money. You see, do you know our mayor?
Yeah.
We have met.
Well, you see, our
He
mayor.
put us in kid jail.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me, unfortunately. Well, you see, our mayor is married. Yes, you see.
I don't understand what this has to do.
She's gonna lean over to Jake in the box. I thought all big people were married.
Now I'm afraid you're jumping to conclusions. He kind of like puts his eyebrows up high, waiting for a response.
That's the only place I can jump.
Because he's a jack in the box. Anyway, so he kind of it's fine. This is a character who would be played by an elderly Tom Hanks. Yeah. You see, the mayor's wife is our town's dentist.
Oh, no.
And she's seen fit to confiscate any and all confectionery contraptions given to the young people for fear their teeth rotting out and turning yellow and the like.
But doesn't she want more business? Wouldn't she want them to eat sugar?
You'd be surprised you think so, but to her, the perfection of teeth is more important than capital gains.
Wow, that's a good dentist.
Yeah.
You don't gotta worry about perfect teeth. They'll just fall out and you'll get new ones.
Uh-huh.
See? And she wiggles a loose tooth with her
Yanks it
tongue.
out right in front of him.
Oh.
Nah, she does the cute little tooth wiggle,
Please
not
don't.
the horrific tooth yank.
Well,
tie some floss around it, tie it on the doorknob. You know that move.
Awful. Never did it.
No? Oh man.
No.
You never lived as a kid.
well, I've heard
This
that
is
she
true.
keeps sugar in a back cabinet in her dentist's office, and perhaps I'm not telling you to do anything. Kind of puts his hand up and looks a little bit mischievous, but you could.
This is a little shady.
Oh,
It kind of sounds like a Robin Hood to me.
Stealing the sugar from the... this metaphor don't work.
The dentist to give to the kids.
but
It's
careful
when you rob for good reasons, is what it means.
if you're caught, she may make you floss.
Floss.
It's a terrible thing.
the Kill Bill siren goes off again.
It just zooms in on Muffin's gums, and a little face screams.
But it may be a better alternative than getting stung by a handful of bees.
I can't
Bees
be
or
hurt. I'm made of
floss?
felt. So when they sting me, they just get stuck, and I'm fine.
You hear a voice descend from the heavens saying, "That's not how harm works in this game."
That was weird. I thought I heard the voice of God.
Hank looks to the camera and looks back at you.
Gives the camera an office gym look.
Okay, so here's the question. We just had a whole thing about not stealing, right? Didn't we? So I feel like we should probably go to the woods instead of, stealing sugar.
Even if it's for a good reason, stealing does make you bad, doesn't it?
Yeah, but you were real excited about being a Robin Hood.
Yeah, 'cause it's cool to do it for good reasons.
What do you think, Puddles?
You know,
Morality is complicated.
Well, I'll leave you to
So
untangle
let's just go to the bees.
Okay. I was gonna leave you to untangle this moral dilemma, but it seems you've done so. I do not have any beekeeping material, but
No need.
please do be careful. I think if I'm looking at you, you seem the least bee-proof, and he kind of points to Esther. Please keep her away from the bees. That'd be very terrible.
Do you have an EpiPen?
You mean like this? He kind of hands you a pen that has a clicker on it.
Yeah, that looks right.
You press it and it kind of makes your hand vibrate, and it's not fun. Gotcha. It's just like it's a shock pen. It's stupid. That's the only pen I have. Got you. No.
This man
No.
is way too into his work, and I love it.
Hank Bop
The
it.
cast of Punked just jumps out from behind the counter.
No, we have no sort of developed healthcare here. I'm afraid we have one
No
doctor.
anaphylactic.
Can we leave Esther here? Jake, are you okay leaving Esther here with a babysitter?
I mean, he seems like probably the most responsible person we've ever met so far in this whole
Yeah.
adventure.
Cut to Hank Bop it, like buzzing himself with the pen and giggling.
Like I said.
Little buzz, little sting.
It's not a very high bar.
Yeah.
Puddles, when was the last time you saw bees?
Oh, I see bees every day.
Bees are good, you guys. Remember? Birds and bees make wishes together, and that's how babies are made.
And that's where the bee's knees come from.
Yeah, they're really cool. You just gotta be gentle and kind and maybe give them a gift. So
What do
let's
bees
go
like?
find some flowers.
Oh, bees like flowers. Okay.
We can find some on the way, I'll bet. There's flowers everywhere.
Nature provides.
Nature finds a way.
Okay.
Careful, we're gonna get copyright struck.
As we follow these three small
use.
children as they attempt to reach inside of a live beehive to recapture a flower in a plan that can only
we're-
be considered ill-devised.
We're doing a Winnie the Pooh.
Because
Yeah.
I'm a little rain cloud.
Rain cloud.
I'm a little black rain cloud, of course.
You exit through the back of the toy store, and there are a few streets, but you manage to get through unseen until you come to a large, dark wood just to the east of town. Now, while you, of course, wouldn't go inside the deep wood, because deep wood is known to be the place where the rot dwells, you do notice a small path leading south, and you see a few farm buildings and, long stretches of crop, and you figure if there's going to be some bees around, they're likely pollinating this large land of crops.
And it's a nice, well-lit path, and you look to the right, and you see a really dark, ominous spider web covered.
Yeah, and
wood.
you hear like a like coming from it. It's just not pleasant at all.
Yeah, then we look back and it's a nice shiny butterfly going across the other way. I'm like, oh
cute.
yeah, this is the one.
Yeah.
Cute Muffin's just like scratching her chin, trying to figure out which way to go.
And the turtle and the chick in the box just like grab her hand and like guide her down south. Like, no, we're
It's
not.
the Dora the Explorer moment. We're like, which way are the bees? And then we sit there awkwardly for like 20 seconds.
On their way down the path, once they're heading down the right path, Muffin will be making up a little song. Gonna find some bees, it's gonna be a breeze. Gotta get some honey, 'cause we don't got money.
Boom, boom. Oh, you stopped.
That's all I got. I thought of 2 rhymes.
And before
She probably just keeps going doot-de-doot-de-doo, doot-de-doot-de-doo,
and before long,
until
you
it's
do
very annoying.
you do in fact see several batches of flowers, and in the distance you see a tree with a large yellow beehive just hanging there very picturesquely,
Iconic. Okay, guys, I have a plan.
with a dead yellow bear in a red shirt in front of it.
Oh no!
No,
Just
Daddy.
kidding, just kidding. There's no dead bear.
I've got a plan. I
Yeah.
am going to launch puddles off of my little box. So when I spring open, he'll go up into the air, and he'll hit the beehive and be able to get the honey.
But if you hit the hive, you'll hurt their home.
Is there a way to harvest honey without hurting the home?
Yes, I think so. I've
How
never
long
done
have you
it
lived
though.
in the woods?
Forever.
And you've eaten honey how many times?
Once.
Oh man, so you're pretty inexperienced here. That's unfortunate.
Cut to Muffin stealing a jar of honey out of like some like windowsill.
Yoink!
It's just one of those little squeezy bears full of honey. Just like squeezing it
downs
directly
it.
into her mouth like a water bottle.
A real slow
Ooh.
water bottle.
Mr. Game Master narrator, sir.
That's me.
I
That's my
wonder,
name. Don't wear it out.
could I use Muffin's special ability, Reach Out? When you
How's
need
that?
to find someone in the wood to assist in your journey or with a task, roll plus NDL.
Ooh.
I would like to find someone,
I would love to
or
find.
even if it's like a bee, that could help us communicate with these bees and peacefully gather some honey.
We're gonna find Winky the Who.
Winky the Who.
I'll allow it.
Yay. What is NDL?
Noodle.
Oh, fantastic.
It's
I
a
know
brown bear
this
in a
game.
blue shirt. He comes to help out.
Oops. There goes
A
one of
red
my
bear in a
D6s.
yellow shirt.
That's 8.
Ooh. What's that do?
Let me go back to my sheet here.
What do you need?
7 to 9. You've heard of someone, but have also heard nasty rumors about them.
You know, bears are often able to get honey out of beehives. However, bears also attack people and small animals and tiny toys.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I don't see this as an issue.
we
bees
could find
co-
a bear.
Bees are also the holders of the honey. Bees also sting people and small animals and tiny toys.
So we need wasps to drive the bees out.
That's not what I said.
More bugs to take care of one kind of bug.
The
For those of you
narrator
at home, our game master is currently just in the Picard facepalm pose.
While Jake and Muffins are just sort of like going in circles over this.
You're all idiots.
Puddles just sort of like meanders up to the base of the tree and looks up to the beehive. He's like, "Hello." Is anybody
Sam,
home?
give us a bee voice.
Just be real.
Hello?
Oh no, they're Dutch.
What do you want?
Oh no, it's not Dutch. It's the it's the Frenchmen from the French soldiers from Monty Python.
Oh my gosh.
Perfect.
Well, we were just trying to make something sweet for the children, and we were wondering if we could borrow some honey.
Can you borrow some honey? Of course you can borrow honey. Sacre bleu. What does he say? He want to borrow some honey. Of course he can't.
Well, I guess we'll just have to take it.
And you see like 2 large batch of like honeybee swarms just kind of come out of the hive and make 2 arms that are kind of resting on the hive, like arms resting on hips in a sassy pose. And then one of the swarms kind of pokes up and makes like a finger pointing down at you, just like motions back and forth and says, "Of course you cannot. You cannot have our honey. We made that ourselves."
Well, we could trade you something. Do you want some flowers? And she brings up this big, messy bouquet of wild flowers.
The bee hands just kind of like motion all around, and you look at the whole garden, like meadow of flowers.
Oh.
You are puny chat. We have flowers everywhere.
Do you have
You hear this voice like
parasol
multiplied.
for when it rains?
You have this voice like multiplied a lot. Cam, please do that in post where it's like a million bee voices.
Okay, I'll see what I can do.
Now, do you have a pretty parasol for when it rains?
Your parasol
It's
is
so
like
pretty.
the size of you, right?
Yeah, and these are bees.
It's like a cocktail umbrella.
If
And
only,
bees are small.
if only there was some large structure that would keep us dry during the rain. Oh wait! And it kind of motions to itself.
I put my lid down and have my finger for puddles to come.
The hands fold over each other in an unhappy motion.
Puddles, these bees suck. Let's take them out.
I'll distract them.
Do not come closer, you sticky human Chad.
I'm gonna get you with my sticky hands. Oh,
Puddles.
they've been in my nose.
Puddles, get
They
out.
just like the bees
Puddles
just like
is
point
getting-
down and just sting you. Brace yourself, please.
Oh
no.
gosh. What do I roll? I'm panicking.
I'm rolling cause mischief.
Brace yourself. It's a move.
I roll steam.
Plus noodle.
Oh, thank goodness. Double thank goodness. It's a 10.
A 10. You avoid harm, and you see it coming towards you, and you like duck out of the way before the like hive of bees comes at you.
Muffin is gonna scream and try to lead them away, but also she's running for any kind of cover at the same time. It's just a little cartoonish running all around.
I've rolled an 8 to cause mischief.
One of the
Puddles.
arms leaves the hive and follows Muffins away.
Puddles like
All the action you're about to describe takes place with Puddles in the
Simultaneously.
with Muffins in the background, just like running back and forth, followed by bees.
just in and out of frame.
Yeah, Scooby-Doo style.
Puddles sort of like gets into position to use Jake as a catapult and just sort of withdraws all of his limbs.
Braces
into
himself,
his,
you might say.
Yeah.
And what happens next?
Well, I rolled an 8, so something goes awry. We managed to affect our target, but an unintended side effect puts one or more of the kids in peril.
Guess which one that's gonna be.
So you just chucked the turtle, right?
Yeah.
Chucked is a strong word, but yeah, I launched him off.
Catapulted.
Yeah, we sprung him, yeah.
Launch.
He is currently half embedded in the hive, which is now attempting to sting him. Make a brace roll, please.
Stay inside your shell.
Can he get advantage for the shell?
No.
Nah.
But there's literally a protective
That's
barrier.
that's why I'm having you brace yourself, because there are 5 or 6 holes in that shell that
Yeah.
small bees can get inside of pretty easily.
Oh, no.
I got a
Where's
9.
the EpiPen?
A
Oh no,
9,
sorry. Plus noodle, it's a 10.
a
Oh,
10.
snap.
So you are managing to keep the bees out, but you just hear a lot of yelling like, "Ah, what are you doing? Sacre bleu, get out of here!" And it's not
It's
going
just-
all well.
They keep like trying to get in through the head hole, and he just keeps like blowing to
Yeah.
just blow them out.
Yeah, it just keeps. But you know you can't keep it up for much longer.
Can you scoop any of the honey out?
In the background, Muffin falls and the beehive flies over her, then gets confused and comes back, waits for her to stand up, and she like, dusts herself off and goes, phew! Ah! And they keep going.
They like you hear a breaking noise. They just like and
Oh yeah, the
pulling you through.
Can
It's
you,
burning rubber.
can you please have that orchestral piece where it's like the flight of the bees?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fight with
Yes.
Bumblebee.
Yeah.
Flight of the bumblebee.
That is public domain. We're good.
Well, sweet.
Hey.
That being
That or
said,
the.
Yes.
Yeah.
So back inside the hive.
Scoop
Yes,
the
how-
honey.
I mean, I don't know if we want to use honey that's just been like stored inside of a turtle shell, but
They don't have to know.
They don't gotta know.
I guess he just sort of is like grabbing fistfuls of honey.
brace yourself again, please.
Oh
Because
man.
actually with disadvantage, because you were just literally reaching inside a occupied beehive for honey in what can only be described as a poorly devised plan.
No one said we were smart.
We are
We did
misfits.
also say that it was poorly devised.
One might say not even devised at all.
One might say
That's-
the narrator gave you a different plan that you could have gone on that didn't require reaching into a live beehive.
And we said
Would've
bees,
been boring.
bees.
Bees. Here I am trying to make this charming Disney-esque
Bees.
children's
This is
tale.
we just talked about how similar this is to Winnie the Pooh.
Bees.
That's a 4.
For yeah,
Oh,
you
no.
you take harm.
You have a wish.
You take harm and 1 experience, unless you'd like to
Okay.
change that result.
Nah, I'll take the harm.
You do not grab. You have like a fistful of honey, which, if you're trying to make a large batch of muffins, you'll need more than a fistful of honey.
All right, reach out again.
Do it.
Brace yourself again.
He just sort of like draws his arm back into his shell. I like to imagine the inside of his shell is somehow bigger
It's a
than
TARDIS
it
shell.
should be.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's like a bedroom in there.
I buy the conceit that he could store honey in the shell, because this is a cartoon in my mind. It's either a cartoon or like a 80s Macaulay Culkin movie.
Oh my.
His shell has hammer space.
Yeah.
Yes.
What if this is like a Jim Henson though?
I guess his new plan is just going to be to
I definitely
Like-
would prefer to see our Goblin season as the Jim Henson season.
Yes. That'd be our Dark Crystal season.
Oh man, please.
that would be good. I think his new plan is to just sort of shake, rattle, and roll until the beehive comes loose from the tree.
What starts with B and ends with brace yourself? Brace yourself.
That's
Let's
a 10.
go, Puddles.
Hey.
Let's go, Puddles.
All
He's always
right.
good at bracing himself. He does have a shell, so I guess that makes sense.
Puddles, with the front half of your shell encrusted into this beehive, you can't hear anything but buzzes and hums and French statements of ridicule. You punch forward with your fists and your head to grab as much honey as possible, and your entire world goes black and yellow. End of episode.
Hey everybody, Cam here. Thanks for listening to Minions and Misfits. If you like what you heard, don't forget to check out our socials. The links are down in the description. And please, leave us a review on whatever app you use to listen to your podcast. It'll help us reach more people who can enjoy the episode that you just listened to. See you next time.